Hello.
Are you the healer of this fort?
I'm the doctor in charge, yes. Do you need my help?
There are people in our village who have fallen ill with a strange disease. It's something we've never seen before. They suffer from headaches and dizziness and have become so weak they must stay in bed. Others have started to show the same symptoms. We investigated to find out where it was coming from, which led us to the mine. The miners told us they use a highly toxic product, quicksilver, that they must not inhale. But we've seen them washing the gold in the river, and we think it's poisoning the water or the fish.
When heated, quicksilver disappears completely. I'd be very surprised if the illness you speak about comes from there.
We've gathered a few things here. I believe you can test them to make sure they don't contain any quicksilver.
I really don't think you'll find any. But if it'll make you feel better, let me take a look. Where did you get these disgusting things?
The mud is from the miners' waste. We gathered it on the banks of the river that flows into the lake our village is built on. The fish came from the same river. We found it dead near a spot where our people fish.
Well, I highly doubt I'll find any quicksilver, but I'll do the porcelain test. It's going to take me a while. Would you like to wait here or come back later?
We'll wait for you.
All right, I'll get right to work. I've done the tests, and I can't believe it.
Is it quicksilver?
It is, and I can't explain it. Of course, it's possible that the miners didn't heat the mixture sufficiently before washing it in the river, or that some of the metal was spilled on the riverbank. But I'd never have thought it could poison fish, or the people who eat them. It's an incredible discovery.
That's all well and good, but our people are dying because of your mine and your quicksilver.
Yes, but nobody had realized it. They were indeed very careless, but there was no ill will on their part. There have been many cases of miners being poisoned. Most of the time it's because they'd breathed in the fumes. In any case, I can prepare a remedy that will help your sick. And of course, you'll have to stop fishing in the river altogether.
Die we dag fishi dachi? Tuk dem echter eshem aboy lames de nauneam.
Na smeju inem tugt. Why do the miners risk being poisoned if they know the fumes are dangerous?
Some people think it only happens if you're clumsy, while others think they'll be fine if they take the treatment regularly. This is often true in the short term, but the long-term consequences of poisoning are almost always fatal. Yet it's hard to quench the thirst for gold. I understand that your people don't attach much importance to it, but where we come from, gold makes the world go round. Anything can be bought and bargained with gold, including lives.
What does the treatment involve?
Your patients have accumulated poison in their bodies. This treatment will help them eliminate it, but it will take time. In the meantime, they'll have to rest and stop eating fish. Would you like me to make it for you?
Thank you, but we'll have to think about it first. We need the treatment you told us about for our people who have been poisoned. Can you help us?
Of course. We'd better get started right away, since it's going to take some time. Come on, I'm going to need your help. Here you go. There should be enough to treat those who are sick for several weeks. If you need more, you'll have to come back and find me. They must drink this potion twice a day in the morning and evening. Drink a lot of water and rest. And above all, don't eat any more fish as long as the mine is active. I've told the head miners to be careful about the heating and any discharges into the water. But I can't guarantee it won't happen again. You'll all have to be patient, but those who are sick will recover.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Please, I'm only doing my job.
I'll leave you to your work. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, what do you want? Move along! Chop chop! No one's allowed near the storeroom.
The captain gave us a pass to examine the place our king's gift was stolen from.
Let's have a look. Okay, fine. You can come in.
Were you on duty during the break-in? Did you see anything?
No, I'd done the rounds. It was dark. I was just sitting there when all of a sudden I was bashed on the head. When I came to, the cage was open and it was too late.
I find it very strange that you didn't see anything. You're a guard. It's your job and you didn't even see a silhouette. Are you sure you've told us everything?
Promise you won't rat me out to the captain. I'm risking a lot. 3 masked men, big types, armed, suddenly surrounded me that night. Before knocking me out, they made me swear I'd keep my mouth shut. It was either that or die. I agreed. And when I came to, I was so ashamed I preferred not to say anything.
Where exactly was the gift?
In a chest, which was placed in a kind of cage we used to store precious objects. Everything was locked, but they forced the cage open and broke the chest. Real brutes.
Was anything else stolen?
No, but there were other valuables that would have been much easier to sell off. But who knows? Maybe those thieves had a thing for precious books.
Hello, Captain.
Hello, young people. Is there a problem?
While searching the storeroom, we found this object. Do you know what it is?
May I see that? It's a bolt cutter. They must have used it to force the cage open. Normally, this type of tool is used to repair machinery. Maybe the Intendant can tell you who borrowed it. He keeps records of that kind of thing.
We'll leave you to your duties, Captain. Goodbye.
Goodbye, young people.
Good day. Are you the Intendant?
Indeed. How can I help you?
I'm trying to recover our High King's gift, which was stolen from the storeroom.
This break-in is an embarrassment. What will people think of the Alliance now? The captain was furious. Anyway, I'd be glad to be of assistance, if need be.
We found this tool in there. The thieves left it on the ground. We believe it was used to break in.
Yes, it's a bolt cutter. We use them to repair machinery.
The captain suggested checking your records to see who last borrowed one.
Let me take a look. It was last borrowed by the woodsmen who work on the hill overlooking the docks. I remember now. They said they needed it to fix a jammed cartwheel. But come to think of it, it's not the best tool for the job.
Did you see or hear anything during the break-in?
No, I was asleep when it happened. Unfortunately, I won't be of any use to you in that matter.
Do you think the woodsman could be responsible for the theft?
I doubt it. Why would woodsmen steal a book? Even though it's a precious book, they'd have a hard time selling it off. If men like that decided to break into the storeroom, they'd steal other things. Although, admittedly, they were the last ones to borrow the bolt cutter. Maybe someone stole it from them.
Did the woodsman behave strangely?
No, but I don't really check on them. All that interests me is how they and others use the equipment. And I have nothing to complain about. They're careful. Well, until they borrowed the bolt cutter, that is.
Do you have tools in your inventory capable of smashing a chest?
That would depend on the chest. A hammer and chisel might do the trick, but it would take time and be noisy. If it's a wooden chest, an axe would be a quick but risky way of opening it.
We will leave you to your work.
That's certain. There's always more work here.
Hello.
Did you know that someone broke into the fort storeroom?
I heard about the incident, yes. And what does it have to do with you? Is the captain hiring natives now?
The stolen item was intended as a gift for our king. We'd like to find it. Could you answer a few questions?
Why not? But make it snappy, we've got work to do.
We found this bolt cutter on the floor of the storeroom that was broken into. According to the Intendant's records, the last person to borrow it was you.
Yeah, but so what? We needed to fix a jammed wheel. Someone must have stolen it before we could return it to the intendant, and then they used it to break into the storeroom.
Your story doesn't add up. All the evidence points to you, and I'm sure it'll be enough to convince the captain to question you. Are you sure you wanted to come to that? Confess and explain yourself. We'll listen to what you have to say. Don't expect the same treatment from others.
You're not wrong. You'll probably be more understanding than the captain. We did steal the book. We should have been more careful.
Why did you steal the book? Does it contain secrets?
No, it's just a nice gift intended to appease your king and promote the Bridge Alliance. But we know their maneuvers. Here and on the mainland. We know how they work. They seduce with their so-called scientific progress, showing only their best side. But it's merely to better enslave you, to destroy your beliefs and your spiritual life. My country on the mainland has been fighting them for centuries. We can't let them win here. That's why we couldn't allow your king to receive this gift. We have nothing against you, on the contrary. But you should be warned. We won't let ourselves be taken alive.
I understand why you did it, and I'll think about what you told us. However, we must bring this gift back to our leader, who'll decide what to do.
Very well. But I hope you won't forget what I told you. If you care about your faith, don't give this book to your king.
Hello, Captain.
Hello, young people. Is there a problem?
We managed to get the book.
Great news. Who stole it and why?
It was one of the trappers. He'd heard of this book and its great value. I asked their leader about it and they found a solution.
Those trappers are a real bunch of thugs. But since you've dealt with it, all's well. I'm very grateful for your help. Thanks to you, the High King will receive our gift, and hopefully he'll see us in a more positive light. You should take the book to your chief, and give him my greetings.
We'll leave you to your duties, Captain. Goodbye.
Goodbye, young people.
Hello.
Oh, it's you. The others told me you saved them from the rock slide. To think that the Master didn't lift a finger to get them out of there. Thanks for helping them. Thank you very much.
We weren't going to let all those people die trapped underground.
Did you want to tell us something? Still think you're being poisoned?
Actually, we now have proof. The quicksilver you're using is what's poisoning the river, the fish, and our people.
There's no way. It disappears when you heat it up. You just have to be careful not to breathe it in.
I can't believe we're poisoning our own people.
I understand it's hard to believe, but the fort's doctor confirmed it. Some of the quicksilver makes its way into the river mud and the fish we eat.
It's a sad enough story that you can just eat something else. Without this job, we won't be able to eat at all.
We're not the only ones who depend on this mine. Our families do too.
And you're willing to die for it? How many of your people have already died or have gone mad? Between the poison and the collapsing tunnels, you won't survive long.
He's got a point. Things might be different with a good leader, but this one doesn't care about our lives.
That's right. Let's go get the others and leave this cursed place. There are plenty of construction sites in Hikmet where we could work.
Thanks for opening our eyes. We're going home to our village. But the Master will find other miners, and it'll start all over again. The water will remain dangerous.
Adiarn to floin.
Odiern. Es oleg loen me da elo duis sarenta. Quetient vregu da oredi duis.
Velde me nevenam verem neis luchtos vlanem. Ja frichtid samel kolde raguelam.
Fravin de kod radids. Toig damon ame vigem radid qua rabanonem. Pelduem kaidam dugidacht Oleg Yoriach. Ag everadu da darigwedau voredi, sagna klostdam. Forir na psiend enselo de lauer de fravendau qued boen ad boia vrectam. Ada verivaidu da yigidau de.
Es frichtomem smeun dem esse donegad. Radidem vorkendue rare feshem mar. Ament fledach bati farder gaidi. Essen ad boy quae orend de heita soidem shantamen gabanoni.
Magbocht. Quais ma siend en on mil frichtimen. Radidau qui en marag de agam. Na exredem olei sonegada deid. Vravinde sa advad. Sient kasur farde goidia guedau. Sag echter orkeni. Na de sunidad sadem oleg. Ademasuis na vorida de shantan taheledach sadet madi.
Rem da ergeden amenam e kasur fis hevema me aganti bi. Ja kasug nemide. Samel sineis igi.
En simrenton, es dugem es confarweda ail, samel coldi contrumacta sa quisger. Sient jag da sa neiman voredi bican, sagna sient bued dur echter elude.
Quod sientem vorredi de?
Es radei da ordu raidag de da tegedach, de sa menia matoigi esa, dam da heneslo a yigidau de. Ese ad boia kene on suis lamandoid.
Foaidem jagam ja tu suidad suis hagledon kaolad. A vorredad sida suis yigam. A mi frogu es sed ka frag regauen vemam. Abut radei em na este feshon de henaban savegem. En virachdam, es radei em oiragd e vig buna dem oil biadi, qua yigedenab.
Lemat esi feshon, ja vreg niten?
Snegde ven nemam en wenshem. Jam este feshon, a quan estem end, an nees ielem exredem ten caer. Es jigag ane dene renoixa, ja fravin sa nemam ag arula moi de jagam.
Fravinde da closta en agledon suis luchtos, a voglen dident. Es balg meduis.
Ad lochedar ad jeirn. Vregdem quetsmeundem da vuje de vel.
Quel shedem jige da de oleden.
Qua awalem seg arenta.
Ag dregded? Quod sien voredi duis?
Berdem var has da de farnas e tui sagi da herigamar.
Ad loreid si o lei triad. A fravin koi na corride machach?
Gasidu ere farnas ar donea oil de wind. Dir ja beiendol kellu en eden.
Cair? A quoi vrugensin?
Toigendet sa donea da heniedem jagaluder teleme. Radit forkandem de. Esse namandan en leonemen. Anatsienden dem exrued vinbar wind garanza regem.
Fravin de toisag?
Ja, radidem queded.
Dag. Esperem fravinden enienden namanden en mischedent. Anon dagam. Siarma anfredem en misched de galagem, ja sia da quels de essa. Radidam qua inbarem ded. Es suis puisig. Ad loredve, ad a suis ored.
Ad nued et jerna har. Dautorten dista em du raidem das em dugdem mad e rigame donegadamen. Es radei em oiragam de queteniasem quenst neis lucht. A de quenie tege de sien dau e siteni.
Quis mana oleg contagid case vanteam. Adrebt mev kedachtam mar. Arula moiden sa toten si da he rigam ja bud varsimach. Age sogerig entahei ole igem. Fabre dis amem desmoiuno, a soloides mad suis ruson. Ages tur meam fleedade.
Adloche dar avail. Vregames quet smeon da vuiet well.
Ad nu ed dierna har. Dautorten dis da do raidem das dug dem mad rigame donegadamen. Es radai oiragam de queteniasem quenst nes lucht. A de quenia tege de sien dau siteni.
Quis mana oleg contachid case vanteam. Adrebt mev kedachtam mar. Arula moiden sa toten si da he rigam ja bud varsimach. Age sogerig entahei ole igem. Fabre dis amem desmoiuno, a soloides mad suis ruson. Ages tur meam fleedade.
Adloche dar avail. Vregames quet smeon da vuiet well.
Berde hawel si varhas. Quid sient vregudis?
Fledem dorten jam, ad nu edis dani. Tegeden de loiga ja orgend biemen neis edon. Adore de menjan neimident neis igem.
Tug dedel slondem sa tortomen.
Veldem teugend ne solei morkedon de heronoixe.
Bo tom sa vegam. Sag bo san ma prok.
Quid krechtig neis dalem, krechtig neis luchtom kasin. Toit quid krechtig neis luchtom, de he krechtom neis dalemi. Minun diden der redau kokahagos, im quan binne drogacht, und binne den oil.
Mad, esquai im samal donegada, es radai da naraja vogel na nama suis luchtus, sag suis derikasan. Anset sa torten fleded, da gongaidi es milanias enesis.
Bo rade da haruigi began le volanon.
Es redendet ad dovigag. Fare de het hungridon menas.
Bad vel da oreld maradident. Es radeem, es fornet, dagam feroleg. Sag vogliendade sakahamen. Es koyuang sieduven. Es veldis ta regu vasemno. En baragem bode de madja torebad suiso glendi. Komaroi sande toflan ame, disenequem suisiane vigem.
Aloche da ravev, data harla mata orgeni.
Adloche dar adierna hach. Belames to en baregem.
Sie ain't voredidet.
Adnu ev meg rigem mardani, a forvarshedi deista hairagi bunedi, etenia sine iske rantamen.
Es wir. Sag, bo wir se da remau munigineis an suis. Fare de he jagam jam oiragded. Yigiodend morden, morigan, aslana mach. Siende bui et balg. Ages loen me embud an suis dabem. Avoredu si kame heveroidachtam vel.
Adloche da, data hen mednecht, ata vunigenem.
Oi, budoleg samelsana, nilan to ame vreden oledir.
No emna sa de loiga esa olmar. Quelshed muemed rega de sitten.
Echt si, kuldo vig onde as sagan maredachtas, abud vas de hole vieme fras. Siende buiet balg duisies.
Fravins quai fargade redid.
Fravins et mate olme. Kaolad vel. Beren sa senoil come me luchtos mares eduven. Sa an betrachen ja teugende he winshem da hindred des. Sa donea ja teugende varadin is do simmedoi gamen. Echter naad de enon nil frichtimen, ag rigam ar. Na budni, kasur. Na fravind on donne quid, sadem ker farbeu rendet essa. Quid koisedon runik keulindet. Es quoi fargarder dani da degedach en sadid.
Smeun zemes contortag sadid.
Ka quenoidachtam. Veldes sa vale mar santer or kirachi. Es volla dem cloud mer im hamsteram. A dagomegaits e betrechan jasient kelu en sabrablagon. A flingo varni kachrad. A narradit quies de he quesa ovunag jam traneugdo.
Quet fravins de he luchtom e mareis?
Sinja radi der qua heole renta. Neuda moi. Nas me donegat samelto. Radi der emon diuem. Frong det renoiksa de he mar. An betrechen ja toigden de he wenschem. Tausiden dar regach etelemi. Conveni e quenemen. Amaradi sindeis ja agodendet. Ostingdend tegan faleis. Arte ol knogon. A frichtighend arulam da veru var he en jedi de nes luchtom essa. Qua teged e ri ar da hoiragi de ennon mil frichtimen. A komole ka nes luchtom. Tardend end de nes hennesem.
Quot dagum egoits tu en barregen?
Samel. Es goidi bol ken gedemen nes gorei. Vogelai krabedig ja gaid rigem puisek an e vigem. Sages folladem smeundes de requis oil?
Ja. Es suisag me da ravindaum aveuls tu sies casonei.
Cagweno dachtam. Ages folladem caid sadoneien mas meune kenne. Agato, as sonegad seg. Coid done caiam en veurts da renau tavier.
Ja. A quel dem rende quende jam smeu in e nedom samol mei.
Es durme emes rentom. Na fravin duch tiram neumagem en savigem, variam na tegeut ta neda em vemam. A fravin danebeg onde jam beje de hanem na madat. Komaros, na tegedem es sadit, no ja?
Me undem velo det akosach. Qued drogesed?
Es eniedem ol fargarwi, a fravinzet.
Nasni genta ol mara hida. Sa vegem kontachid kariden gör. Samel donegada seg. Esra deem fravindem en am qualne dau e vigi. Ana targmerau es en ketelan.
Es follad, sages ersiene dau e dagas vir suis rigem.
Nas adver da himne da cheda. Se lames nama da begana kosach. Quet smienzem sienciaru dani.
Smeun e duven emes dagomeg drog. Saganon dagam, sersi.
Shit, we're not alone anymore. Greetings! Do you understand our language?
We understand very well what you're saying.
Oh, very good. Well, in that case, you must leave. We are excavating these ruins and it is dangerous.
Radidu et quis.
Nalin quidames sarenaik sa sachwa nes vigem echte regu on quises.
I don't understand a single word of what you're saying, but I'll say it again. You need to leave. We're gonna use explosives and you could get hurt. Or worse. We wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
Na siein credau em lameden da vocroidi des co hagos qua hevigem. Budra da darbudent.
Sien targudent mamende.
Smeonem de reques ferach.
We are from the nearby village. We could be useful to you. Especially if you are using explosives. This is bound to attract attention and is sure to worry our chief. But if we are with you, we can reassure him. Let us work with you.
Why not, after all? You can stay, but move away when we light the explosives.
Of course.
Bravo! I recognize that you have been very useful to us. But unfortunately for you, we have no desire to share our findings. Farewell!
Brangoiga amara doiga. Radi du quad. Nasjent nremau muniginesa nrenaiksa.
No emesni essa, seldis amagoidis quidmende. No me ind danida hanedisir.
Magtasid mad, kontakit dista helo e dead madi. Sag kaid marag vergeidi, eduven frag sient torrebi dead.
Close. Smeum emes tento. Samel rea donean ees vigi. Foidem jagam. Eset kase de regauen venam, sag vregat dovel. Bud dag dat da dogomberi begandes. A tegedach vregu vassem an nees diernem to flanem an vigeshvar.
Jak? Es vierem es began tlad magochsan kanui? Rensidam. To flanan vigeshvar. I vigem I feshi. Es kom farwed. Adivan fawed me. Ja, tigedam qua igeshvar.
Ber tirtomada senid.
Bir tirtomad. Is a kenam do ready dani?
Mendem radi dau dat de hesel goiga oil.
O roigedent. Is madent?
Oi ragdu tageleon.
Quetsiad. Tielo de kaiden morkedon. Nasien credau in vriud betrichs.
Gelde renoix sagen un aior niene frosem. Aber dund daudent var hent siesenent. Es dag konkubarem. Sagen eg kent da o geldent. Remden de dau oil rehamem da jigam. Sag vorre dender.
Is radi dau im komorostu esa. Quans me undu kahinon gigem selgeden betrecham. Fravinden de roevelua beru crideri suis luctus. Pud sido regadar. A toa heda. Pud kenge dem dag. Od loire weda tridu ista already. Quel shed mu e madroiga desiten.
Es oleglo en me da eluduis a suneo yeuang.
A esiendem beru var hase shantemen ja rendunded.
Cair. Na credem en edolmar. Ad lo redwe. Sian tam ca taurebima ergaidi da hei barroiga nodas. Togom verdis sa. Se un de renau ded da harmalem. Sian tad ca adriga qua alochtom.
Son slan aridenger. Bregvasem dag. Es radeem es arulam nien baregem.
Soundslan. Delex vasem everole jam fledes sadiu.
Lagaiu de lochsen suis prortidan. Cum froin gamerem bargem.
Ah, a dreg dead.
Es nois selenam jam como rustus esa.
Oh, es allen se. Bud lauen dunkas. Togombe sad vid bogem. Nasmeonem ereum effaret esse vel jam ked. Sages dur me fregam verberu dagde. Arradidam da sunkesem, emes ancan varsuis hab, das avede jigoigi e genesis. Toigad karsur karhe donigada oil, make oil siend.
Hello, Forkan.
Bertir Simad. Can I help you in any way?
We managed to shut down the mine.
That's excellent news for your village. So you won't be poisoned by their activity. May I ask how you did it?
We showed the miners that they weren't just poisoning us. They're also killing themselves.
They were so upset that the risks they were taking had been hidden from them, that they demanded an explanation from their leadership.
Excellent. I just hope they don't reopen it later. Unfortunately, the thirst for wealth is a driving force that often pushes people to make the worst decisions. Is there anything else?
I would like to talk about these ruins again.
My pleasure.
We found this weapon in the basement of the ruins.
How incredible. Let me take a closer look, will you? It is a blade of iron, therefore foreign to this island. It is old. I would say it dates from over 100 years ago. The style is elegant, although the rust has already begun its destructive work. It should be restored. Perhaps then we would learn more. In any case, it reminds me of the work of the people of my continent. But that is of course impossible. That an unknown people reached this level of craftsmanship. That they managed to reach your island long before us. It's absolutely fascinating. Did you find anything else?
There were other items, but they were very damaged. Too many to carry.
I see. That was to be expected. If you allow me, I would like to keep this old weapon. Perhaps I will learn more by cleaning it.
Please. It's too rusty for me to use anyway.
Thank you for your help. This is a great discovery.
Oh, adregdes. Es ankanam the requesta?
Sameles dugem radid redone quad. Avev adnue de dierna har. Dau torten dani daneis oglendi.
Fravindu em forvashed tada ledach reichwis. Sagna fravindu embu dau torten?
Esenta dugi quaesi en de sitten, ag oioragi de queteniasem quen send neis garanta nevigi. Acad when I dachtam, bo radai da hairagi da dredi da sadao morgedom.
Ariag des de quedteniasum, quen send morden slana a morgan?
Ja, toit de hevenam sius varhenab. Farber de menoiga menemol nemidawi. Sag oioragdem jagam. Nama no bud vradeda or held fidei fescian savegem.
Esco gato, cagovir samelta dahadum. Ag eragded casin qued vreg sideno esiteni? Farid mena sientem fidi fesci.
Remden da loiga dalan en olei hennediem frassi. Maradend nu krechtidend en olei vila echter hanoidu. Sag fledem da regu tege dachidend. Frag sloiden dulei viem de he frassem karadem.
Quid amanten? Es serenoigsa ca ihr betrechen echta hen quena. Es ad valgted me. Duis. Abud balgta dad casin. Es valda degerach daragu vassinu. Es daugam bos iridiu.
Beor tirtamad. Quel sheiden koshedes mad. Es ko vifo medag nilan da degedach vrego edit madi, em toigdak om frangidem an varem.
Estiuem puisic dani. Anna meint vrego komarosi tierni toflani age dierna hach.
Esa oglendaiga. Skylidis enelon de suis meono. A angerdis suis gred da hetir. Eglunidis esa. Aenon mil frichtime, clos deis a andervash tarenta, men and dad. Men and dad. Men and dad. Exregdis as sonigada shantamellag. Men mer como leno enigadachtam de henon mil frichtimen. Essi ad rodam agad sosantam varhatir. Es comom casi nadach de doleg.
God, cantabede.
Yori. Ol andiuchtau cassin. Contabeit ecrimoderem. Age puisom jarement varneis hualan.
Samelma ad sien ad magred, ca henole henesam de hamsterram.
Sina maene tusem suis largi, astona igada. Boloen meembo mi casienza amstaram sisamel. Sages radeem tegeid, adoflein tegeid, to catao glendaiga, siens poed balk.
Esme ed. Bo bledenem emana kaiden shantan lag donigada. Bird tier to Oleg, Amev.
Adloch eda da buid kani. Kwa awelam seg.
Quawelam sig, adierna.
Es dogem toretswe. Es an farsche dia deadman. Es velem adregem quahe vigem.
Tovlan! No!
Give me that, imbecile! The orders were blatantly clear. You were to take them alive!
Not at the price of the lives of my men.
Cuedes. What is this ritual?
Toiktwin sonegat kai quen fetenida hilnaudet kasin? Vrekte questam, farqueder sheda. Na fravint quedes et buiet fis vregu dani.
I am sorry. You must be thirsty.
Es Yuri, Saben. Nas Samel en Oilan.
Nas munigin armanse. Anet renaikse. Ja fargest ni.
Es volad. Sake eksteb. Udbig negan aber litor tauhus ninen olei chamem. Ente venteam. Faber de sa dead mad. Ir amber dent danida gwed.
Na fravint. Na fravintnem. Quiesem kaidendet renaiksa donegada.
Sagnain virtwint hadem. Ages ovun varem bert neudam dagdani.
Aheda. Nasmat to?
Help! Help! Please, please! Our friend is ill! Come quickly, please!
Sheda! Sheda! No. No. No.
Havrana. Komaro sent. Say hangomda doigi.
Land ahoy! I see a lemur!
Avoni soinoiga. Nasni lugan neu kon. Quidis taken achtani. You scum! Bastards! Masmeun entem kirandini. Aren claudides en tulem taiseneker. Escleuem navorkenen der davuye donegadamen.
Now there's a language I don't speak, but I recognize that accent.
Who are you?
You're from Tir Fredi, are you not?
Of course. And you? Who are you? Why are you here?
My name is Fausta. I was born in Teleme, and they've locked me up in here because I saw things I wasn't supposed to see. Are the stories true? That there are creatures as big as houses on your faraway island?
Creatures? We call them Nadaig. They do exist, but they are rare and sacred.
Quai radit sindas. Es renoixe. Nasnes runandas.
What have you done to find yourself so far from home?
We didn't do anything. We were torn from our land by armed men who killed our master before our eyes. They locked us up in the belly of a ship, the likes of which I had never seen. The voyage lasted an eternity. They barely fed us, and without the help of a woman, we would have died of thirst. Our friend Sheda didn't make it. She fell sick and was coughing horribly. Her face grew hideous, covered in spots. She died very suddenly.
I am truly sorry for your friend, and also for your master. The Bridge Alliance can be extremely cruel.
At one point, a man with a bird mask came and put us through a strange ritual. He cut us. Then he cleaned the wound. Came to observe us from time to time, scribbling things.
That is strange indeed. And you felt no particular effect following.
Quiet!
Sorry to interrupt your little chat, but I thought that you would be more comfortable outside.
Who are you? Why have you let us out of this cage?
Would you prefer to remain inside? Introductions and explanations will come later. For now, we must run.
I would also prefer to continue this discussion outside.
Why should I help a criminal?
Supposing that I were one, then perhaps to confound your pursuers.
Fine.
Who is...
Esevena me sadegi. Buis katasarto aridenger. You! I won't let you lock us up again.
I have no intention of doing so. I've come to help you escape.
I can confirm that. She's the one who sent me.
I'm glad to see you're all right. Oh, I don't know you, though.
My name is Fausta. I was locked up for...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, my dear, but this is hardly the time for pleasantries. They must have realized that you've escaped by now. They'll have raised the alarm. I'll create a diversion and try to draw them off in another direction. But you've got to get out of here. I'll meet you as planned at the end of the sewers, just outside the city. Go on.
Be careful.
At last. I thought we'd never see the light of day again.
I hate to interrupt your celebration, but we mustn't linger. We're still too close to Alima.
Where are you taking us?
Far from here.
There you are. We nearly left without you.
Breaking several people out of prison is no easy task. There were a few surprises.
So this is the famous friend you told me about.
Friend is not the word I would employ, but he is someone I trust. Allow me to introduce you to Ludwig. He's a smuggler who knows every back road between here and Dutton.
Interesting.
Ludwig, let me introduce...
No introductions. This isn't a party. The less I know, the better. And it's better for you, too. That way I won't have anything to tell them if I get caught.
Se chames kair saveren. Yana quies ment fravin daunes hanumumen.
Where are you taking us?
We're headed north, outside a small coastal village. Some of your kinfolk are hiding there already.
Others from Tir Fradi? Really?
Did you think you were the only ones who were brought here and escaped? Many powerful people in this cursed country find it delightful to keep pet natives. Your kind don't like that very much, just like you don't enjoy being prisoners.
And the villagers haven't turned them in?
They've got other things to do, like survive. Helping the rich find their toys wouldn't bring them anything, but trading with the newcomers can be invaluable. But we still need to avoid the soldiers as much as possible.
Alvida said you were a smuggler. What's that?
Smugglers are very clever people who discreetly move forbidden or taxable goods from one country or region to another. We know all the secret routes and how to avoid guards, hence why we sometimes take passengers such as yourselves.
I do not understand. If these goods are forbidden, they must be dangerous for your people, are they not?
Let's just say I don't agree with those who have decided that the goods aren't dangerous. Lucky for you, I don't agree with the fact that they lock certain people up, either.
Why are you helping us? We don't have any gold to give you.
Since gold makes the world go round, that would be a valid reason. But sometimes I do favors in exchange for something else. And a Naut's debt is invaluable to someone like me.
You got us out of prison, and now you are indebted to this man for us. Why?
Because I believe it's the right thing to do. It was one of my people's ships that took you from your home. One of your kinfolk lost her life. I owe it to you.
I think we have no choice but to follow you.
Don't worry. My head is probably worth more than yours. I have no reason to take any unnecessary risks. Speaking of which, we'd better get going. The longer we hang around here, the more likely one of those louts on the ramparts will see us. My friends, this is where we part ways. I'll lead these people to safety and meet you on the other side of the border.
You're leaving the caravan?
They have a long way to go before they reach Dooton. Let's go. We must find my contact. He often fishes further up the river.
Who is this contact?
One of your people. The only one I really know. He'll lead us to the others. They're hiding somewhere in these hills or in the ruins. Without his help, we'll never find them.
I can't believe it. You're such great warriors. Come on, let's go to our people. They'll make you feel right at home. You'll see. Let me see your map. This is where our camp is.
Again, hadrektes brotumer. Berde haul fradem sadio, o berda has kagarantanui. You're the one Ken calls Walker, aren't you?
That's the nickname he gave me. My name is Ludwig.
Welcome, Ludwig. The things you brought us have been a great help. And I see that this time you've brought us some of our own people.
Yes, yes. Like you, they were taken from your island. They were imprisoned and escaped.
All our people are welcome here.
Adloche daraval. Es menilan. Ages evriden ger. Es ni donei gada e korei e shantamen lag.
Fridan ger. Es anum yori. Sagia berad crimoderem dadesa. Oi riden de loban carriden on gervel dacham qual nadaktansan. Avar satir toklad meroledes. And who are your other companions in this land?
I'm Alvida. I'm a Nod. We guide the great ships.
We all know what Nords are. Unfortunately for us.
I'm sorry. I hope to atone for our sins by finding a way to get you back to your island.
A noble goal. A dream, even. I hope the winds and the earth will help you bring it to life. We're happy to have you here. And even if we don't have much, we'll gladly share it. As you will soon learn for yourselves, our sanctuary is extremely precarious. Although we are free, we must remain hidden, or risk being imprisoned again. Some of our people are sick and weakened by the ordeal they've been through. And we are short on everything. Any help you can offer will be most welcome. But I don't want to burden you. You must be tired. I'll let you settle in and get to know each other.
Excuse me. Aren't you Lair of the Black Ulk clan?
Yes, and I recognize you. You're the apprentice sages of the Shining Scales. So, you were brought here too?
Yes. We were captured just after our initiation. I remember Mev, that Yerna Harch Kadaktas talking about your disappearance. She was right to say that the foreigners were responsible for it.
They put us through so much, and some of our people died terrible deaths.
We also lost a dear friend, Sheda.
And the Varshud dear end.
Did the ritual do this to you? Or were you injured when you escaped?
I fought back against the guards when my friend died. They beat me. Then we were sold to a cruel woman who didn't tend to my injuries.
The woman you mentioned. Is her name Iqbal by any chance?
That's the name I heard.
Do you know where we could find her?
No. I haven't seen her since she abandoned me on the coast. But your Brenoikse friends might know more. They're from this island, aren't they?
We must do everything we can to find them, Ridengar.
Oh, if you can free them, I'll be eternally grateful. She won't be easy to find, and she's doing her best to keep a low profile, as one of her former associates is said to be after her. You must be careful. She has lots of bodyguards.
The associate who is looking for her could be an ally.
He's probably just as terrible as she is. And if I've understood it right, he's out to kill her.
That could keep us from finding the prisoner she already sold.
That's true, but this man is sure to have information that could be useful to us.
Here, take this. It should help you heal faster.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Then we'll be leaving now.
I hope I'll have the pleasure of seeing you again. Aridenger, esata harragau da eludem. Radita garat nilan kud galundar samelsa. Navrek sa enig. Es anum ya linet encome. Anum ya bert ad londem flan essa. And Walker, you came too.
I've still got a few things to check before we set off again.
I'm glad you've come all this way with us. Stay as long as you like.
How are you doing after all this excitement?
Fine, thanks to you. Those fools treated me well, but it wouldn't have lasted if they'd sold me. I'm a little afraid to go fishing in the same place again, though. I'll have to find another spot, and get someone to fix my harpoon. It suffered more from the fight than I did.
I could try to fix that harpoon you mentioned, if that would help.
That would be very kind. Thank you. Here.
No, I really don't see how I can fix it. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You did your best. Thanks for trying.
Ever qued siad dad, siens tugiam na sient tranagu so ya an clywed end o reduven.
Na faber quid quins du. Na fravins on quest.
Agis arulam to do linkwid au oilem en quincy da quese isa dama da hanadislan.
No. San caurto. Sag na siet. Asa vegum na siet.
If we are to take sides, you should tell us more about what you're arguing over.
I want to leave. I've spent enough time here recovering from our imprisonment. I know that more of our people are still prisoners, and I just can't sit here and do nothing about it.
And I want him to stay here with me. I'm afraid of this land that seethes with evil. I'm afraid of its violent inhabitants and what they might do to him. I don't want to lose my beloved because he wants to be a hero.
You say that more of our people are still prisoners. What do you know about it?
I know that when I escaped from the place where I was locked up, there were others who couldn't follow me. I can't imagine how they're suffering right now. Some were already gravely ill.
Where was it?
It was near their very large village, in huge rooms dug into the ground. I couldn't show you on a map, but I think I could find my way back.
You say you suffered. You weren't locked up with your husband?
No. When the journey on the great ship was over, I was taken to a place with the other women and young boys. A merchant traded us one after the other like goods. A man took me away and... I don't want to talk about what he did to me, I can't. But I know that people in this land are evil, and I never ever want to go through that again. And I don't want Virgo to leave me all alone.
Is this camp really safe?
Yes, we've been here for weeks, and no one has ever bothered us.
We've been hiding here like rats, only going out at night to find a bit of food. That's no way to live. And who's to say we won't be found sooner or later?
We won't stay here forever. Rumor has it that you're going to help us get back to Tefradi, right?
Indeed. My Nord friend has promised to do everything in her power to ensure that we can return home.
You see? Why risk our lives when we could just wait?
Virgil, I understand your point of view and your desire to save our kinfolk, but Siedmund has suffered enough. After what she's been through, she needs you. She needs your support and your presence.
He's right. Don't leave me all alone. Without you, I don't know what will happen to me. I'm so scared when we're apart.
My beloved, I'm sorry. I was only thinking of those I left behind. I hate that I didn't save them.
With my friend's help, we might be able to find them and rescue them. You can tell us how to get to them, but you must stay here with the woman you love.
You're right. I've behaved like a blind fool. Forgive me, my beloved. And thank you for your wise words.
Ka ir nasien sa oid canoidi e coidi. Quod quaguidem ma veruem. Madides me? Mendid darrenau quesemen? Coid rai quesa alen mameunde.
Sie and ever roidu da already, mameunde?
Na estegam. Now calmi oleg dasa quesa.
Quod cantabate? Sint varedi duis?
I'm sorry, I don't speak your language. Do you speak mine?
I can speak your language. Even if here in this refuge, it brings back bad memories.
Can we help you in any way?
Of course. Feel free to ask around. I'm sure your help will be appreciated.
How did you come to settle here?
I was one of the first, along with a few others, to discover this place. We'd escaped from a caravan that was passing through the area. We were going to be traded like goods. I felt the power of this place despite its tainted nature, and eventually discovered the entrance to this cave. It's not really comfortable, but it makes for a good hiding place. There are fish, and we also find fruit on the surrounding trees when we can go out at night. Thanks to Ken, we were able to bring others here. But our little community is suffering. This mainland doesn't suit us. It's constantly screaming its rage, and the people here think we're nothing but beasts. If only we could return to Dia Fradi.
Do you know anything about the origins of this place?
Not really. It has power. That much is obvious. More even than in our places of connection. But it's sick. Out of curiosity, I studied the engravings in the ruins that can be found here. They depict figures with human faces, but their attributes evoke spirits of natural forces. I think people on this mainland worshipped those spirits here a very long time ago. Maybe that's what gave this place its power. Or it could be the other way around.
We'll leave you to it.
See you soon. And take time to rest.
Now that we're a safe distance from the prison, I imagine you're expecting me to introduce myself? Sybil de Vespe, at your service.
Your plan worked perfectly, Sybil. Thank you. We would never have made it without you.
It did, didn't it? I'm rather proud of myself, especially since it was my first jailbreak. But you must have questions. Who is this mysterious woman, really? How does she manage to remain so elegant after crossing through the sewers in half of Tainea?
Why did you come and free us from prison?
Because it was fun, of course. Like any spoiled noblewoman, I'm desperately bored, and any distraction is welcome. I jest. I simply did my best to respond adequately to my good friend Alvida's request. I wouldn't refuse your thanks, but it would be more fitting for you to thank our kind-hearted Nort.
I told you. I feel responsible for what happened to them. Those monsters used our ships to rip them away from their land. Their friend died on one of our ships. I couldn't let them die in that horrible prison.
You've proven my point, Alvida. You've got a heart of gold, and a delightfully idealistic view of the Norts.
How did you manage to enter the prison? You didn't poison all the guards.
No, as you were able to see for yourself. It just so happens that I am, rather I was, a diplomat in Alima. I was a representative of the merchant congregation there. It gave me a number of privileges, including the right to visit most of the city's official buildings.
You seem quite well equipped for a diplomat.
I'm a Devesp. We're born with a sword in one hand and a vial of poison in the other.
How did you manage to enter the prison? You didn't poison all the guards.
No, as you were able to see for yourself. It just so happens that I am. Rather, I was a diplomat in Alima. I was a representative of the merchant congregation there. It gave me a number of privileges, including the right to visit most of the city's official buildings.
You seem quite well equipped for a diplomat.
I'm a Devesp. We're born with a sword in one hand and a vial of poison in the other.
Why did you come with us? Someone like you must have better things to do than follow a group of freshly escaped Tierfradians.
Better things to do, perhaps, but this journey has an absolutely delicious taste of adventure about it. But alas, the truth is far more mundane. After organizing your escape, it would have been difficult for me to keep my position as a diplomat. And besides, let's just say that Alima's climate was beginning to take a toll on my health.
How do you always manage to make light of everything that happens? As if nothing really mattered.
Believe me, a lot of things are important to me. But derision and levity have saved my life more than once. When you're born into a family like mine, steeped in conspiracy and surrounded by murder, when tragedy and horror are daily occurrences, humor is the only way to keep from sinking into madness. I've seen firsthand what madness can drive us to. All I had to do was look at my dear cousin Octave. No doubt you had a very different childhood.
It's true. I haven't experienced murder and conspiracy. But things haven't always been perfect. My father died when I was a child. He was killed while out hunting. My mother found his body. She was never the same after that. But despite it all, I was lucky. The whole village was there for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I imagined your life was peaceful before you were taken. We have such an idyllic vision of life on your island. I should have known it was just a fantasy.
Let's talk about it later.
Always at your service.
Yes? What do you want to talk about?
You say you hail from Thélème. What can you tell me about your country?
My country? It's almost strange to put it that way, even though it is true that I was born there. Thélème is vast, greener and less arid than Tainea. Numerous cities budding with towers and belfries pierce our horizons. The most magnificent among them is the capital, Montorga. The Council of Cardinals rules from there. They are both our highest political and religious authority, and they wield powerful magic. But that's a paltry description that lacks personality, isn't it? In truth, Thélème is vastly complex and utterly beautiful. I hope one day to return. The way the sunlight dances over the church rooftops at dawn is a warmth I often miss.
What are you doing in Tainea? Your countries are at war, are they not?
I had to leave my country. I was banished after an unfortunate incident. I could have gone to Peren. It would have been less of a challenge. I did in fact travel through there before arriving in Olima, but there were too many things that reminded me of my home country, and too many people from Thélème who bore grudges because of my actions. Going to Tainea was a risky leap into the complete unknown, but it offered me the chance to have a new life.
Do you know anything about the ruins here? They are different than the ruins in our homeland.
I don't know anything about the ruins in your lands, but these ruins are similar to all the ruins found in the southern parts of the continent. They are the marks of an ancient civilization that lived and thrived here long before us, the Astrians. In those days, they had managed to unite the entire continent under a single banner, which seems unthinkable today. But outside of a few surviving stories that speak of their celebrated general, I must admit that I don't know much else. Concerning these ruins in particular, they seem rather vast, and they were certainly the remains of a city in their time. Scholars from the Alliance love to study the stones in the hopes of finding some lost parcel of knowledge.
I crossed paths with missionaries from Teleme on Tir Fradi. They spoke of your religion. But what can you tell me about it?
You already know that we worship a god that we call the Enlightened, and that Saint Matthias, his prophet, converted us to worshipping him. The Enlightened blesses us with his light, the source of all life, and offers some the gift of magic. I'm no expert in theology. I wasn't much of a student on the subject. I have a more instinctive approach, despite my gift. But if you are truly interested in the topic, it won't be hard to find entire books on the subject.
Are you a believer as well?
Yes. Are you not yourself a believer, even though your divinity goes by a different name? How can one not believe when the Enlightened, or the god you worship, blesses you with the power to defy the laws of nature? I know well that the Alliance thinks it is nothing more than a phenomenon they've yet to explain. And I'm sure that in the end, a scientific explanation will be found for everything. But I do not share their opinion.
I must leave you.
See you later.